Let's begin by offering our respects to ISKCON founder Acharya and our preeminent Shiksha Guru, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Jai.
Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Itti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sindhu Vya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Okay, so we welcome all of you to our weekly online Krishna book classes. Let's see, we have with us here Meenakshi, Aja, Dipti Adnani, Divya, Durga Prasad, Kamala Nandini Mataji. We have Karuna, Lavina Dadlani, Meenakshi, N.C. Venkachari, Auntie Neeta is there, my husband is there. Then we have Ritu Lalwani, we have Shailesh Latkar, Sheetal Latkar, Shivani, Swapna Latkar, Vivansh, Wendy. We have Divina and we have Shantaram Latkarji. Okay, very nice. So what did we see in the previous class? Nobody remembers?
Kamsa sends Akrura for Krishna.
Uh-huh. And why does is Akrura a devotee?
Yes.
No, he's human. Sorry. Yes, he serves the dynasty.
Yes, but he's a devotee of the Lord. No, he's not a demon. He's a devotee. But still he agrees to go and bring Krishna despite knowing what are the evil plans of Kamsa. So why does he agree to do that?
Because he believes in the prophecy.
Aha, yes, he believes in the prophecy and he's serving Kamsa and the kingdom because, like others, also because they want to have the darshan of Krishna. They know that one day Krishna will come and they will be able to have his association. Yes, very nice. So why did Kamsa send Akrura? What was the urgency? What suddenly has happened?
Krishna killed the bull demon.
Okay.
Narad approached Kamsa and he told him that it was Krishna who was the eighth son, and Balram was also one of the sons of Vasudev. And he also told him that they are both alive, and then he defended Vasudev, but he advised Kamsa to take action against Krishna and Balram.
Yes, very nice.
So
Because
was
Narada gives this information, therefore now Kamsa, there is a sense of urgency in Kamsa, and now he wants to bring Krishna to Mathura. So how many plans has Kamsa made? What kind of plans has Kamsa made for Krishna to be killed? How many? Does he have only one plan, two, three? How many? Many, right? So he has plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. If Krishna is not killed like this, then he will be killed like this. No, he arranges for the elephant to kill him at the entrance. Then he talks to his wrestlers that the wrestlers, if the elephant is not able to kill Krishna for some reason, then he's telling his other demon friends, he's telling his wrestlers to be prepared. And under what excuse, under what pretext, he is bringing Krishna from Vrindavan to Mathura? What has he arranged?
Who arranged? What's
Kamsa,
Mhm.
Kamsa made an arrangement.
He arranged a wrestling match.
Yeah, wrestling match, but did he call it a wrestling match? It was like a festival, no? He said we have this festival and he placed this bow on the altar. He called it as a Dhanur Yagya, and under the pretext of celebrating this grand festival, in which the wrestling matches are going to be held in a friendly manner. No, it was not like there's going to be a real combat. So under that pretext, he he wants to send out the invitation to Krishna and Balaram to come to Mathura. Okay. So today, by the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, we are going to be seeing chapter number 37 from the Krishna book, titled Killing the Keśī demon and Vyomāsura. So these are the last two demons that Krishna is going to kill in Vrindavan, Keśī and Vyomāsura. Because after this, the next day of this killing, Krishna is going to go to Mathura. And the day after that, Krishna is going to kill Kamsa. So on this particular day, on this particular pastime, Krishna's age is 11 years, 6 months and 4 days. When Keśī and Vyomāsura were killed, Krishna was 11 years, 6 months and 4 days old. When Krishna was 11 years, 6 months and 5 days old, he goes to Mathura. And when Krishna is 11 years, 6 months and 6 days old, that day he killed Kamsa. Okay, let's read. After being instructed by Kamsa, the demon Keśī assumed the form of a terrible horse. He entered the area of Vrindavan with the speed of the mind, his great mane flying and his hooves digging up the earth. He began to whinny and terrify the whole forest. Krishna saw that the demon was terrifying all the residents of Vrindavan with his whinnying and his tail wheeling in the sky like a big cloud. Krishna could understand that the horse was challenging him to fight. The Lord accepted his challenge and stood before the Keśī demon, calling him to fight. The horse then ran toward Krishna, making a horrible sound like a roaring lion. His jaws spread wide open as if to swallow the whole sky. Keśī rushed toward the Lord with a great speed and tried to trample him with his legs, which were strong, forceful, and as hard as stone. So it is described how already Akrura has started off for Vrindavan from Mathura. But before Akrura could reach, Keśī has already reached the place, because at what speed has he come? Here at the speed of, what does it say here?
Mind.
Mind.
The speed of the mind. So mind can really race ahead, no? So Keśī is such a terrible demon that he can reach at the speed of the mind. And it's described how his mane, no? Just by his mane, he is disturbing the clouds in the sky, and he's also disturbing or scattering the airplanes of the devatas. The airplanes of the demigods are being scattered just by his mane. So that is the power and potency of Keśī demon. It is Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in his commentary that Keśī is described as Durasadam. Durasadam means that person, that personality whom no one could approach. He was such a terrible one. And also he is described as Duratyaya. Duratyaya means that personality whom no one can defeat. So Keśī is Durasadam and Duratyaya. Nobody could approach him and nobody could defeat him. But of course here we will see what is going to happen. Kṛṣṇa, however, immediately caught hold of his legs and thus baffled him. Kṛṣṇa was somewhat angry, and thus he began to whirl the horse around. After a few rounds, he contemptuously threw him 100 yards away, just as Garuda throws a big snake. Thrown by Kṛṣṇa, the horse immediately passed out. But after a little while he regained consciousness, and with great anger and force again rushed toward Kṛṣṇa with his mouth open. So demons don't learn their lesson very quickly, no? So see, Kṛṣṇa, he held his legs and he is twirling him and he threw him 100 yards away. And all this Kṛṣṇa did by standing in just one place. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes, no? So he does it effortlessly. And because of Kṛṣṇa's great force of him twirling and throwing him, he has lost his consciousness. But he regains the consciousness and again rushes towards Kṛṣṇa. As soon as Keśī reached him, Kṛṣṇa pushed his left arm within the horse's mouth, and it looked as though a big snake had entered a hole in a field. The horse felt great pain because Kṛṣṇa's arm fell to him like a hot iron rod. Immediately his teeth fell out. Kṛṣṇa's arm within the mouth of the horse at once began to expand, and Keśi's throat choked up. As the great horse suffocated, perspiration appeared on his body, and he threw his legs hither and thither. As his last breath came, his eyeballs bulged in their sockets, and he passed stool and urine simultaneously. Thus the vital force of his life expired. When the horse was dead, his mouth became loose, and Kṛṣṇa could extract his arm without difficulty. He did not feel any surprise that the Keśī demon was killed so easily. But the demons in the sky were amazed, and out of their great appreciation, they offered Kṛṣṇa greetings by showering flowers. So see, Keśī, when he approached Kṛṣṇa, it is described here, he rushed towards Kṛṣṇa with his mouth open. So Keśī wanted to swallow Kṛṣṇa. So Kṛṣṇa said, okay, you want to swallow me, you start with my arm. And that's why he put his left arm inside Keśi's mouth. But of course, Kṛṣṇa's arm expanded, and then Keśī was suffocated and he died. After this incident, Narada Muni, the greatest of all devotees, came to see Kṛṣṇa in a solitary place and began to talk with him. My dear Lord Kṛṣṇa, he said, you are the unlimited super soul. the super controller of all Vistic powers, the Lord of the whole universe, the all-pervading personality of Godhead. You are the resting place of the cosmic manifestation, the master of all the devotees and the Lord of everyone. My dear Lord, as the super soul of all living entities, you remain concealed within their hearts exactly as fire remains concealed in every piece of fuel. You are the witness of all activities of the living entities, and you are the supreme controller within their hearts. You are self-sufficient before the creation. You existed, and by your elements you have created all the material elements. According to your perfect plan, this material world is created by the interaction of the modes of material nature, and by you it is maintained and annihilated. Although you are unaffected by all these activities, you are the supreme controller eternally. So Narada Muni, after he has this conversation with Kamsa, now he has come to meet Krishna in a solitary place. So remember Narada Muni, he can go to any place in all of creation. No, he is the celestial spaceman. So now he has come to speak to Krishna. So last class we saw what does this name Narada mean? What does it mean? Anybody remembers?
The residing place of the all the human.
Narada, the word Narada.
Nara and other. Who gives? Okay. Who gives
Oh, humans.
what do we say? The name
Gives, what does he give? What does Narada give to the living?
liberation, I think so. Nara.
You give Krishna.
He gives Krishna, yes, he gives Krishna. No, Nara
Yeah.
means living entity and Da means to give. So he gives the living entity. What does he give the living entities? He gives Krishna. He gives love of God because he is a pure devotee. And a pure devotee is very compassionate. And therefore he gives love of God. He gives God to the living entities, Narada. So Narada is also called as Deva Rishi. Deva Rishi means he is a Rishi, he is a sage amongst the Devatas. So therefore he is called as Deva Rishi Narada. So okay, so now initially what he's doing, he's glorifying Krishna. No, he calls him unlimited. So what name of Krishna means he's unlimited?
Achyuta.
Ananta.
Ananta. Yes, Ananta. And Krishna also has one more name which means he's immeasurable. Also it means anything that's unlimited is immeasurable. So what name of Krishna means he's immeasurable? Apra. Who can complete the word? Immeasurable. Aprameya. Okay. So that's another name of Krishna. Then super soul. What name of Krishna means he's the super soul?
Paramatma.
Paramatma. Very nice. Then supreme controller of all mystic powers.
Yogeshwar.
No, Rishikesha is master of the senses.
No, Yogeshwar.
Yogeshwar, yes. Yogesha or Yogeshwar or Mahayogeshwar. These are the names of Krishna, meaning the supreme controller of all mystic powers. Lord of the universe?
Jagannath.
Jagannath, or also another name?
Jagatpati.
Jagadishwar.
Jagadishwar, yes. Jagadishwar. What name of Krishna means he is all pervading? He pervades everywhere, even in the smallest atom. All pervading.
Vasudeva.
No. Vasudev means he's the son of Vasudev. But it also starts with a V, that name.
Is it Virat Roop?
No, Virat Roop is universal form.
No, it's
all
Vishwaroop.
pervading.
It's Vishwaroop. Vishweshwara?
No, Vishnu. The word Vishnu means that he is all pervading. He pervades into all that exists. He can even pervade into the smallest atom, and he also pervading into the demigods, into Lord Brahma as the Paramatma. Okay, so all pervading means Vishnu. There are two more names, Sarvaga and Sarvagatam. So Sarvaga and Sarvagatam also mean the same thing, that Krishna pervades into everything. Then resting place of the cosmic manifestation.
Vaikuntha.
Narayan.
Narayan is the resting place of all the living entities, because Nar means living entities. Narayan means resting place of living entities. Resting place of cosmic manifestation. Everything that exists in the cosmos.
Vishnu.
Akhila Avasa. Akhila Avasa means he is a resting place of cosmic manifestation. What name of Krishna means that he is master?
Of what?
Just master. Master in Sanskrit is?
Lord.
Guru.
Teacher.
Master in Sanskrit means? In Sanskrit word. Prabhu. Master means Prabhu. Okay. Then, as the witness, how is Krishna the witness to all that we do?
Paramatma, na? In the form
Because
of
he is the
Paramatma.
Paramatma, yes, because he is residing in our hearts, he is the witness, he is the supreme witness of every activity that we do. So there is no way we can escape, or we think that, for example, when somebody is stealing, he will look left and right and he says, okay, nobody is watching. But Paramatma is always watching our activities. What name of Krishna means that he is a supreme controller?
Ishvara.
Ishwar, yes, Ishwar, very nice. Okay, let's continue with our Krishna book. My dear Lord, you have adventured yourself on the surface of this earth just to kill all the so-called kings who are actually demons. These hobgoblins are cheating people in the dress of the princely order. You have adventured yourself to fulfill your own statement that you come within this material world just to protect the principles of religion and annihilate unwanted miscreants. My dear Lord, I am therefore sure that the day after tomorrow I shall see demons like Chanur, Mushtik, and other wrestlers and elephants, as well as Kamsa himself, killed by you. I shall see this with my own eyes. After this, I shall be able to see the killing of other demons like Shankha, Yavana, Mura, and Narakasura. I shall also see how you take away the Parijata flower from the kingdom of heaven and how you defeat the king of heaven himself. So here Narada is describing what he is going to see. How does Narada know all this? Is he an astrologer? How does he know?
Because Narada can travel to all three worlds.
Okay. So,
Narada also know the present, past, and the future, and he sings the glories of Krishna 24 hours, unlimited hours, and also he knows everything about Krishna, where Krishna will take birth, where Krishna will do his pastimes, and he wants to be wherever Krishna is, and he wants to see all his leelas and his pastimes.
okay, very nice. So he knows past, present, and future. Narada Muni knows past, present, and future. Okay. And also the fact that Divya said that he can travel all over the universe. Now remember these pastimes, Krishna displays in different material planets. No, even now Krishna somewhere is displaying his pastime. Somewhere he's killing a demon, somewhere he's speaking the Bhagavad Gita. So these are eternal leelas. These are eternal pastimes. It's not that Krishna is doing them for the first time. So Narada Muni, because he can travel to different he can travel to wherever he wants, no, as he desires, he can travel. So he has seen Krishna performing the very same pastimes in different planets in the material world before. So therefore, because he has already seen it, he knows, and he's telling Krishna, now this is what is going to happen, this is what is going to happen, and this is what you're going to do. So remember, these are all eternal pastimes, Nitya Leelas. My dear Lord, Narada Muni continued, I shall then be able to see how you marry princesses, the daughters of chivalrous kings, by paying the price of Kshatriya strength. Whenever a Kshatriya wants to marry a very beautiful and qualified daughter of a great king, he must fight his competitors and emerge victorious. Then he is given the hand of the princess in charity. So here he's also talking about Krishna's marriage. See, in the previous slide, I forgot here. When Narada says, I shall see how you take away the Parijata flower from the kingdom of heaven and how you defeat the king of heaven himself. So who is this whose Krishna is going to defeat in the future again?
Indra.
Yes, Lord Indra. So there was this whole pastime of Govardhan Leela, right? Where Krishna crushed the pride of Indra and Indra offered prayers. But again, now there is going to be a conflict, and when Krishna wants to take away the Parijata flower from the kingdom of heaven. So Indra again gets into this conflict with Krishna. So we will see that later in the Krishna book. I shall also see how you saved King Nriga from a hellish condition, said Narada Muni. This you shall enact in Dwarka. I shall also be able to see how you get your wife and the Shamataka jewel, and how you save the son of a Brahmana from death after he has already been transferred to another planet. After this, I will be able to see you kill the Paundraka demon and burn to ashes the kingdom of Kashi. I will see how you will kill the king of Chedi and Dantavakra during the great sacrifice of Maharaj Yudhishthir. Besides all this, it will be possible for me to see many other chivalrous activities while you remain in Dwarka. And all these activities performed by your grace will be sung by great poets throughout the world. So now Narada is describing mostly the Dwaraka pastimes of Krishna. In Dwaraka, Krishna lived in how many palaces? How many palaces he had in Dwaraka?
16,100.
16,108.
So how many times he would visit each palace?
He was already there in all the palaces at the same time.
He was in all the palaces simultaneously because he expanded himself 16,108 times so that he can be with the 16,108 wives in the 16,108 palaces in Dwaraka. So this is the kind of opulence in Dwaraka. At the Battle of Kurukshetra, you will take part as the chariot driver of your friend Arjuna and as the invincible death incarnation. So here now Narada Muni is transporting him to Hastinapur, no? And Kurukshetra, where the battle will be fought. You will vanquish all belligerents assembled there. I shall see a large number of military forces killed on that battlefield. My lord, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto your lotus feet. You are situated completely in the transcendental position in perfect knowledge and bliss. You are complete in fulfilling all your desires. By exhibiting your internal potency, you have set up the influence of Maya. Your unlimited potency cannot even be measured by anyone. My dear Lord, you are the supreme controller. You are under your own internal potency, and it is simply vain to think that you are dependent on any of your creations. So Krishna's internal potency is called
Yogamaya.
Yogamaya.
Yogamaya. Very nice. And let's see who remembers. What name of Krishna means that he cannot be measured by anyone. He is immeasurable. We just discussed this 5 minutes ago.
Aprameya.
Aprameya. Yes, very nice. Thank you, Deepa. Okay, you have taken birth in the Yadu dynasty or the Vrishni dynasty. Your advent on the surface of the earth in your original form of eternal bliss knowledge is your own pastime. You are not dependent on anything but yourself. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisances unto your lotus feet. After offering his respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna, Narada Muni took permission and left. Narada Muni wanted to impress upon people in general that Krishna is fully independent. So what's the Sanskrit word to describe that Krishna is fully independent? Krishna is
Swavalambi.
Swarat. Yes, Swarat. Very nice. So Krishna is fully independent. What does that mean? It means that there is nothing that Krishna has to do. No, he can do whatever he wants at any time, any place, under any circumstances. He doesn't have to follow any rules and regulations. He's completely independent. His activities, such as his appearance in the family of Yadu or his friendship with Arjuna, do not necessarily oblige him to act to enjoy their results. They are all pastimes, and for him, they are all play. But for us, they are actual, tangible facts. After he killed the Keśī demon, Krishna returned to tending the cows with his friends in the forest, as though nothing had happened. Thus, Krishna is eternally engaged in his transcendental activities in Vrindavan and with his friends, the cowherd boys and gopis, but sometimes he exhibits extraordinary prowess of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by killing different types of demons. So, Krishna primarily, his activities in Vrindavan are for his devotees to exchange loving transcendental pastimes with his devotees. And sometimes when these disturbances are there, then he kills the demons. But Krishna is not interested in showing his power in Vrindavan. No, Krishna, as we discussed previously, there are two aspects of Krishna or two aspects of God. One is his sweetness and the other is his opulence. In Vrindavan, the sweetness is most prominent. So there Krishna is not interested to show his opulence. But when the demons come, then Krishna shows his opulence of strength. So this is the last demon now that we are going to read about that Krishna kills in Vrindavan. Later that morning, Krishna went to play with his cowherd boyfriends on the top of Govardhan Hill. They were imitating the play of thieves and police. Some of the boys became police constables and some became thieves, and some took the role of lambs. While they were thus enjoying their childhood pastimes, a demon known by the name of Vyomāsura, the demon who flies in the sky, appeared on the scene. He was the son of another great demon named Maya. These demons can perform wonderful magic. Vyomāsura took the part of a cowherd boy, playing as a thief, and stole many boys who were playing the parts of lambs. One after another, he took away almost all the boys and put them in the caves of the mountain and sealed the mouths of the caves with stones. So Vyomāsura, what does that name mean?
The demon who flies in the sky.
Yes, the demon who flies in the sky. And what is this game that Krishna was playing with his cowherd boys? The game of
Thief and police.
robbers and police. Yes. No. So some of them were playing the roles of the police. Some of them were playing the roles of the thieves. Some of them were playing the roles of the lambs. And Krishna was playing the role of a judge. No. So he was the judge in that game. And what did Vyomāsura do? He took up the role of being a thief, and he was robbing the cowherd boys and putting them in the cave, and he sealed the entrance of the cave so that these cowherd boys cannot escape. So when did this pastime occur? How many days after the killing of Keśī?
Next day.
Next day?
Same day, right? Later
Same day, yes, exactly on the same day. So Krishna has killed Keśī. Then he has gone, then Narada Muni goes to meet him, and then he goes to tend the cows, and then he kills Vyomāsura. So all these things happen on the same day. The next day of this is when Akrura takes Krishna to Mathura. Wendy?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
¿Cuál fue el papel que desempeñó Krishna en el juego de los policías y los ladrones?
Él fue el juez, the judge.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna could understand the trick the demon was playing. Therefore, he caught hold of him exactly as a lion catches hold of a lamb. The demon tried to expand himself like a hill to escape arrest, but Krishna did not allow him to get out of his clutches. He was immediately thrown to the ground with great force and killed, just as an animal is killed in the slaughterhouse. After killing the Vyoma demon, Lord Krishna released all his friends from the caves of the mountain. He was then praised by his friends and by the demigods for these wonderful acts. He again returned to Vrindavan with his cows and friends. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the 37th chapter of Kṛṣṇa, killing the Keśī demon and Vyomāsura. So what do you think we are going to see next? Who can say?
Akura takes Krishna and
Yeah, but that is in the next chapter. Now in this particular class, what are we going to see next?
The past life of this.
Yes, the past life of the demons and the anarthas. So first let's see the past life. Past life of Keśī from the Garga Samhita. Then passing stool and urine, his life breath stopped, and his stomach broken by Lord Krishna's arm, the horse demon suddenly died. From the demon's body suddenly emerged a being wearing a crown and earrings. With folded hands, he bowed down before glorious Lord Krishna. Sri Kumuda said, "O Lord Krishna, my name is Kumuda, and I am a servant of King Indra. I am powerful, handsome, heroic, and glorious. I carry Indra's parasol." When Vritrasura was killed, to become free of the sin of killing a Brahmana, Indra performed an Ashwamedha Yagya, the best of sacrifices. Yearning to ride it, I stole the splendid sacrificial horse, which had one black ear and ran as fast as the mind, and went to Talaloka. The Maruts bound me with ropes and brought me back. Indra cursed me, "Wretch, become a demon. For 2 manvantaras you will have a horse's form on the earth. O Lord, today your touch has freed me from that curse. O Lord, please make me your servant. My heart is fixed on your feet. I offer my respectful obeisances to you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul who is the witness of all." After circumambulating Lord Krishna, Kumuda entered a celestial airplane and at once flew to Vaikuntha, filling the circle of the directions with light as he went. So, Keśī in the previous lifetime, he was a servant of Lord Indra and he stole Indra's sacrificial horse, and therefore Indra cursed him to become a demon. For what period of time?
2 manvantaras.
For 2 manvantaras. So 1 manvantara is about 71 Divya Yugas. 1 Divya Yuga is equal to the duration of all the 4 Yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta, Dwapara and Kali Yuga. All the 4 Yugas put together make 1 Divya Yuga. And 1 manvantara lasts for about 71 Divya Yugas. So it's several millions of years. But finally he is delivered by Krishna. Durga Prasad, you have your hand raised.
Why Kumuda is a servant of Indra? Why he stole horse?
I can barely hear you, Durga Prasad.
Okay. Why he stole horse? Kumuda he is a servant of Indra only.
Yeah, so even his master makes mistakes, right? Why did Indra offend Krishna if Krishna is the master of Indra? So he is serving Indra, and usually the master teaches by his own example to his servants. So, well, he's repeating what he's seeing in his master. Okay? Okay, let's see past life of Vyomāsura. From the Garga Samhita, Sri Bahulashva said, "What pious deeds had Vyomāsura done in his previous birth that he was able to merge into Lord Krishna as a lightning flash merges into a dark rain cloud?" Sri Narada said, "He was a great king named Bhimaratha who lived in the city of Varanasi. He was charitable, a performer of many yagyas, respectful, an expert archer, and a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. After some time, he gave his kingdom to his son and went to the Malaya hills, where he performed austerities for 100,000 years. One day, the great sage Pulastya Muni, accompanied by his disciples, came to the king sage's ashrama. The king sage, filled with pride, neither stood up nor bowed down to greet his guest. Pulastya cursed him, "Wretch, now become a demon." The king then fell at the sage's feet and surrendered to him. Then Pulastya, the tiger among the sages, who is kind to the suffering, said, at the end of Dwapara Yuga, in the city of Mathura, in the circle of Vraja, the strength of the arms of Sri Krishna, the king of the Yadu dynasty, will give you liberation desired by the yogis. Of this there is no doubt. Sri Narada said, O king of Videha, then King Bhimaratha became the son of the demon Mayasura, and the power of Lord Krishna's arms gave him liberation. So see, when one comes into contact with saintly people, in this case Pulatsya Muni, he is a sage, any which way one only stands to benefit. Although Pulatsya cursed him, but eventually he benefited because he was personally delivered by Krishna himself. Shailesh, you have your hand raised?
Here he says that Sri Krishna, the king of the Yadu dynasty. So he is still not the king of the Yadu dynasty. It is his father who is the king, right?
Yeah, technically his father is the king, but Krishna being the son represents the father. The son and father are considered non-different from each other. So there's nothing wrong if Krishna is also called as the king of the Yadu dynasty. But he's the king of the Yadu dynasty, not the king of that particular, what do you call it? The area where he's ruling, where the father is ruling as a king, is the king of the Yadu dynasty. In the whole dynasty, Krishna is the most prominent personality. That's what it means.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can I ask you something?
Yes.
So the Vyomāsura was killed by Krishna's arms, and how was the other demon killed?
See, here we read, no? He threw him to the ground. He was immediately thrown to the ground with great force and killed. See here, Krishna is throwing him to the ground with great force, and that's how he was killed.
Okay. And the other thing, in the beginning of the class, when you were telling the ages, can you repeat that, please? Krishna was in.
Okay, so when Krishna killed Keśī and Vyomāsura on the same day. That time Krishna's age was 11 years, 6 months, and 4 days. So the next day, when Krishna was 11 years, 6 months, and 5 days, Krishna goes from Vrindavan to Mathura with Akrura. And then the day after that, which is when Krishna was 11 years, 6 months, and 6 days, that's when Krishna kills Kamsa.
Okay, so okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, now see, let's see the anartha that Keśī represents. Raja Madasura, the vanity of political ambition, from Krishna Samhita. Krishna Samhita is a book that was written by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So let's see what he says. Keśī, a demon in the form of a horse, personifies the practitioner's conception of being more expert than others in devotional service. When he comes to Vraja, he creates a great disturbance. As a Vaishnava gradually begins proclaiming his own superiority, a mentality of disrespect for the Lord arises and the devotee falls from his position. Therefore, it is most important to prevent this evil mentality from entering the heart. Even if one is expert in devotional service, a Vaishnava will never give up the quality of humility. If one does so, then there is a need for killing Keśī. This is the 18th obstacle or the 18th anartha. So these anarthas, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes only of the demons that Krishna kills in Vrindavan. Once Krishna leaves Vrindavan and all other demons that he is killing, then we have no description of these anarthas by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So what is the anartha that Keśī is representing? He personifies the practitioner's conception of being more expert than others in devotional service. Because remember, Keśī has come with the speed of mind. So he's come so quickly and with so much fury, and he's thinking that, okay, this task was not accomplished by the others. And also he knows that Kamsa is sending Akrura and Kamsa has made these other plans. But Keśī has come there with the speed of the mind, and he thinks that I'm going to do this better than the others. So devotee, when he starts to think that I'm going to do this service better than the others. Because of course, when we come to Krishna consciousness, there are already so many services that are being taken care of by other devotees. And one should not think that I can do better than what so-and-so is doing. Somebody may be efficient in one aspect, somebody may not be very efficient in another aspect. So we do services according to what is one's strength and what is one's weakness, and also according to what our spiritual master instructs us to do. Because sometimes we may think that we are not efficient, but the spiritual master sees beyond what we ourselves know about ourselves. No? So one should not think that I can do this service better than somebody else. So especially this happens when somebody is a new devotee, and then one has enthusiasm, and one starts to find faults with how things are being done so far, and say that, okay, I can do better than you. So this is the mentality that Keśī had, and this kind of mentality can be very detrimental to one's spiritual well-being. So therefore, this anartha should be removed. In this case, Krishna removed Keśī. So this anartha is removed by Krishna. Shailesh, you have your hand raised?
Wasn't it Keśī who had discouraged Kamsa from attacking Krishna, saying that why are you unnecessarily trying to make enemies?
Right. But at that time, unnecessarily making enemies in the sense that time Keśī and Kamsa did not know that Krishna is the eighth child. But now it has been revealed. So he's coming with the speed of the mind to kill Krishna. Okay. The difference when Keśī 1 year back and Keśī now is, now Keśī knows exactly that Krishna is that enemy of Kamsa.
But
Previously,
what I
he
was
said
trying to say,
unnecessarily make enemies in the sense that he didn't even know whether Krishna is the enemy. So why to unnecessarily make Krishna your enemy by sending demons to kill him? This is what Keśī told Kamsa. Unnecessarily, why you want to make enemies?
is it that he was trying to avoid a confrontation, and now that Kamsa has ordered him, he has no choice, or how
No,
is it?
demons are not like that. No, demons, they don't try to avoid confrontation. They like confrontation. They like to show their power. That is because they are in the mode of passion. Demons are in the mode of passion and ignorance. So they don't have the intelligence to think that we should avoid confrontation. They are passionate. They are ignorant. So they like to attack. They like to display their power. Okay. So let's see what is the anartha that Vyomāsura represents. Again from the Krishna Samhita. The 14th obstacle in developing love for Krishna is stealing others' property and speaking lies. These create disturbances in Vraja in the form of Vyomāsura. So Vyomāsura was stealing the cowherd boys, no? And he was speaking lies because he was not part of that game. He came with wrong intentions. So this is another obstacle in developing love for Krishna, stealing other people's property and speaking lies. So we have to avoid. Of course, we must never engage in stealing and speaking lies. We have to avoid it at all costs. But sometimes if the truth is meant for the well-being of somebody, then that kind of untruth can be spoken in special circumstances. If you're benefiting somebody by that untruth, for example, if some shooters are chasing an honorable citizen of the state, and this honorable citizen enters into a house and he hides there, and then the robbers are chasing him, no, the assaulters are chasing him, and then they ask somebody on the street, did you see where this man went? So if he has to speak the truth and says, yes, I saw him entering this house, then they are going to enter and they're going to kill him. But if he speaks a lie at that time that, no, I don't know where they are, then he will save the life of an honorable citizen. So in such special cases, if you are benefiting somebody, then it is allowed that you can speak an untruth. But as far as possible, one should speak the truth and, of course, never steal anybody's property. So on that note, by the mercy, oh no, here we have, I'm sorry. Here, this is Keśī Ghat. So after Krishna killed Keśī, because he had put his arm inside the demon's mouth, he had come here on this ghat to wash himself, to wash his arm, to wash himself. And therefore, today also, you can go and visit this particular place where Krishna had washed himself after the killing of Keśī demon. This is called as Keśī Ghat in Vrindavan. And this is the cave in which Vyomāsura was hiding the cowherd boys. This is called as the Vyoma Gufa in Rajasthan, you can see. You have to climb a hill and only then you can go to the mouth of this Gufa. So devotees go there, they do kirtan sometimes. But if you have to reach there, then you have to climb a hill. There's another place that you can visit if you like when you go to Rajasthan. So on that note, by the mercy of Sri Guru and Sri Krishna, we come to the end of today's presentation. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.